why gaming isn't fun anymore. And I think it's honestly very fitting because I feel like a lot of people, at least in our little Overwatch space, don't feel like they're having a whole lot of fun at the moment. So I wonder if that's shared across other communities because I feel like I've seen a lot of people complaining in like Fortnite recently and Apex too. Fortnite because they had a new season and apparently it's like not very good, and then Apex is doing better, but their ranked mode is still apparently terrible. So, whoops. Oh, this is already gonna go great.
Hold on, what? Video games are more popular than ever before. They're more immersive, they're more beautiful, more respected, and they print more money than the music and movie industry combined. Look,
Gaming industry dominates as the highest grossing entertainment industry. The video game industry has been growing at an astounding rate in recent years, and it's no secret that it's a lucrative business, but you might be surprised to learn just how much money the gaming industry is making in comparison to other entertainment industries. According to recent data, the gaming industry is now making more money than the music and movie industries combined.
I love video games.
What?
And I had no idea it was that popular. But something strange is happening. People all around the world are starting to feel disconnected. And one of these people really surprised me. You see, I love everything about video games. Seriously, I'm obsessed and have always been since I was a little kid. The industry,
Isn't it just mobile gaming that does that?
the people,
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know.
business, I love it all. But these days, it feels like every game is some combination of like soulless, overly optimized, or it just feels like a chore to play.
Play the game to earn battle token tier skips.
Yeah, dude, I didn't play much X Defiant, but like the one day I played, dude, X Defiant does this bad. It takes so long to level up a gun, like at all.
Redeem battle token tier skips to unlock rewards.
In fact, I think
Dude,
I
it's hot in
more
here.
videos about video games than actually play video games. That's probably a problem. So why did I and a growing number of people feel like video games aren't fun anymore? What changed? Was it the games?
We will always have split screen in going forward.
We have had to make the difficult decision not to ship campaign split screen co-op.
Was it me?
So there's another kind of principle here where remember that the video game doesn't just give you pleasure, it also takes away
think it's
pain
feminist.
from other parts of your life.
Or was it both?
How would it
One
be
of
me?
my favorite gaming memories
us.
was playing the original Pokemon with my little brother. I had the Berry Game Boy, aka the best Game Boy, with Pokemon Red, aka the best Pokemon, and he had the Lime Green Game Boy with Pokemon Blue.
Damn,
I
that's a
think I knew
throwback.
who the cool kid was at school. It was me. Joking aside, we freaking love these games. Like, we love them so much, we
True.
actually played them under our beds when we were supposed to.
I used to do the same thing, and I had like chat. If you know, there's like a little light attachment. You'd plug it into like the little USB like thing at the top, and it would just have like a little arm that would go over the top, and it was literally a lamp, like a little light that would shine out of the screen because there was no backlit on the screen yet.
To be sleeping with like a tiny little flashlight at the bottom of our beds so that no one could see that we were awake, and then we would just play them all night until we passed out. Ah, the good old days. But believe it or not, the games back then had the same goal of the games today. See, they wanted to make money.
We want a gift, but only if it's money.
I mean, it was business after all. And, you know,
Yeah.
I think Pokemon did A-okay on that front.
Wow.
That's going to drive parents.
Isn't Pokemon like the
nuts.
highest grossing video game
Just
franchise
fun.
in history?
But in those days, there was only one way to get money. They had to be fun. And I mean really fun. Like, addictive.
Technical standpoint, from an artistic standpoint, from a design standpoint.
Going to that first level and just like looking way up to the top of the level and thinking like, I want to get all the way up there. Yeah.
Single player, multiplayer, co-op, you know, whatever. It has all that stuff.
Dude, Gears of War, holy shit.
The sense of competition, the sense of accomplishment,
Pokemon,
reward,
Fire Red,
the sense of awe that you can get. But when you roll all
Mass
these stuff
Effect,
together, they all collaborate to make this game just fun.
Resident Evil,
That's the
Halo.
bottom line.
Feels strong, man.
And you know what? If you weren't satisfied with the fun, you had like a billion cheat codes you could access to make the games as fun as you wanted. Anybody remember Cheat CC back in the day? Man, you used to
So type
go on that
racing 8
site,
months,
find all the
grassing the 9
craziest
months.
cheats, play those games, and sometimes I
True.
play games I never even wanted to play
Up,
because
up,
the cheats
down,
were
down,
just
left,
so
right,
rad.
circle,
You
square.
could literally make the games as fun and as stupid as you wanted. Isn't that insane that that's just gone now? Because if a game wasn't fun on day one, like, that was it. It was over. There was no sale.
Game over, man. It's game over.
This simple limitation led to an explosion of competition from developers to one-up each other.
The key isn't the number of games, the key is the quality of the game.
If developers wanted their business to do well, guess what? It had to outfund the competition. It was an all-out war, but no matter what happened, us players, we were eating good. But then technology hits a major pivot point.
You ever wonder what the bottom of an Avatar shoe looks like? Well, bam! There it is.
Well, like, I guess that's technically a pivot, but
Wait,
no,
what?
that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh, the microtransactions era.
What?
Oh no, did you see it? I saw it. Oh no. Everybody wants these back, or at least for a long time wanted these back. And it's like, guys, you know we were the problem. Like, we are part of the reason why we have today's microtransactions, right? Like, we were part of the problem. Why do you... I kind of miss opening those. Okay, real opening them was peak. You just see the... Boom, 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 boom. And it was just like literal gambling. Except you got them for free if you played a bunch.
This is boring. Delete.
Yeah. You see, at this time, games are more complex than ever.
Boy, damn,
Every
45
map
months. Appreciate
ever
it.
released on Halo 1 through 4, all running on their original engines.
Isn't that wild to look at? That's complex. Look, simple. Complex. Simple. Complex. Simple.
Oh no, he's making a good
Complex.
point. What the f? What the f? Geometry Wars 3!
Simple. Complex.
Dude, I've never played this. I've never seen gameplay of 3.
We're starting to get weird.
We just finished level 3 and need to tighten up the graphics a little bit.
Great.
Developer headcount starts entering into the thousands. That's right, thousands. There are some companies with 10,000. There are some with more.
Fortnite, poggers?
You serious?
And I gotta tell you, that just seems insane to me. I don't know how you take one person's creative vision and then sprinkle that amongst thousands of people to create one game.
Dude, that's actually such a good point. You know, I'm going to relate that to Overwatch, and it feels to me sometimes where the vision is kind of blurry nowadays. Maybe on like the original cast of Overwatch, before it launched, like a lot of those characters had very strong, unique identities. But as we've gone further in, they're all kind of the same now. And like either through the reworks or changes, like it went from like a very, very super diverse cast and like how different they're played to everything's getting kind of smushed to the middle. And I wonder how much that has to do with like new people coming in, old people leaving, new hires, old people leaving, coming in. And it's like, it becomes like what their idea of Overwatch is versus the original idea of Overwatch is. And like, I'm not smarter than a dev. Like, I'm not trying to say that. But at the same time, though, I don't think it's a genuine argument when people sometimes say, like, you know, creators don't know better than devs. It's like, well, why do they know better than me? Right? Like, I play 10,000 hours of the game. I've probably see shit way faster than they do. Like, they might have a struggle or a problem that they've been working on for months, and then if I sat down in the room and looked at it, I could figure it out in 5 minutes. Not saying it happens all the time. Like, I couldn't code shit. Like, I wouldn't But like, there's no way that that situation doesn't exist, because it absolutely happens. The idea of like what is being said here is, I wonder how much is becoming like the original vision is changed versus the today's vision, and it's just becoming muddied, you know?
That is already complex. Seems like
that's a
rough
PlayStation
uphill
2 one,
battle, doesn't it?
I worked about 7 days a week, between 14 and 16-hour days.
And when would you go home?
I would go home when I was ready to collapse, basically.
Costs start to rise substantially, and yeah, things are starting to look bleak.
They put products into specific kind of timelines, and they're under a lot of pressure to hit those timelines.
Except by 2013, developers start to realize a way out. Updates. They start small, tiny fixes to keep players happy with their purchase. Only makes sense. Then day one DLC. Now, new additional content is sold the same day the game releases.
Day one DLC. Day one.
Yeah, that shit's really stupid. Is there any games that still do that? Day one DLC? I feel like everyone stopped doing that because it was like...
Feels kind of like a scam, a little bit. Then day one patches.
Day one patches is fine.
I guess, they couldn't finish the game on time. Which is probably a problem.
The new Assassin's Creed does it?
Suddenly the game's disc becomes useless without the internet. Updates grow bigger and become more common. Gotta say it. Starting to feel like there's a problem emerging.
Let me spawn in on this guy right here, so that this way I could... and of course the game froze.
Then, what was once a competition for fun turns into a competition of marketing.
Play the greatest games lineup in Xbox history.
Hey, I doubt it.
Wait.
Marketing.
Play the great...
Repackaged older games, new and good, worst Halo, yearly update, remake.
Games lineup.
Holy shit. That's actually crazy.
Up in Xbox history.
Hey, I doubt it.
If you don't understand, hang on. Sorry, maybe you don't understand. Forza's almost kind of like Madden in 2K. Oh, that hurts.
Hey, I doubt it.
Nobody likes marketing. Not even marketing.
All right. I gotta talk to you about something.
It turns into a marketing blitz of empty
Fluffy Bolt thing the
promises of what
17
the game
months.
could eventually become.
Oh no, not empty promises. Oh no.
But
uh-oh.
It never does.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And quick aside, what is going on with the 20 billion trailers that are all synced to the sound of the music when they reload the guns and stuff, or they shoot the weapon? Just stop. It's annoying. It's not fun. Think about this, marketing team. Who's out there going,
he was really passionate about this.
Really need a game right now. Really wish I could play one. I really wish, my God, there was a trailer out there that just synced all the gunshots to some pop song. Yes. Then I'd buy it. Then I'd buy it. Then I'd buy. Fun no longer makes the bulk of the money.
Yeah.
The landscape shifts to retention-based gameplay. The question was no longer,
that's so true.
how can I make this more fun? It was, how can we get every second?
You want to know some fun fact? One of the biggest metrics in gaming is time per session. And what they look for is when you load up a game, how long do you play the game, or how many matches do you play the game? And a good metric is like 2 hours. Like if you play a video game for 2 hours, like every time you boot it up, that's like a really good sign that your game is super replayable and people love to play your game over and over, or they're just super addicted. And the reason they like that metric, and that metric's important, is because especially in a game like where you have microtransactions, it's really important that when somebody's coming in and we're playing over and over and over for long periods of time, that means that they're likely to come back. And the more times they come back, it means you can show them new products more, aka new skins, new things that are coming out. and it gives you a chance to sell things to them more and more times.
In every cent of this person's money and time to play our game forever.
Oh no.
Yeah, from this point on, games change completely.
Uh-oh.
I really love CSGO. It's my all-time favorite game. It'll always be my all-time favorite game. It will! Yeah!
New aggressive monetization manipulation tactics become the de facto
Not the Gamba.
Small purchases known as microtransaction become an industry trend. If you ever wondered, dear God, could I pay just $1 to get this rainbow-colored gun skin? Then I'd be fulfilled. Well, guess
$1?
what? You got it. Lottery-esque boxes could be
Oh no.
purchased for a chance at digital items with fabric.
Oh no.
Oh, it's an icon as well! Which is insane. This is rarer than this, but they can both be made infinitely.
Wait, good point. Okay, you know who actually does this a lot and is really egregious about it? Overwatch. Overwatch is really egregious about this, where like certain skins are epic or legendary because they just feel like it. And they just like, yeah, no, this is just a legendary. Or yep, this is just a rare. Or this is just an epic. And it's like, the rare skins are like not a thing anymore. Do you remember that? For the longest time, there was always like the blue skins and the purple skins and the yellow skins, you know what I mean? Like, blue like don't even exist anymore. Everything's an epic or a legendary. And it's like, they get to just decide. They're like, oh, well, this is just a legendary now. And it's like, why is that legendary?
And this, but they can both be made infinitely. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Just make it make sense.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from Stupid Town?
And then battle passes are introduced as content treadmills used to keep the players engaged. The game is shallow and unfun, but hold on. We can just make a battle pass and give them things like coins. And then they'll just play it.
Oh no!
Enough coins to do it again next year.
Oh no.
We're geniuses. Forget fun or quality. The game was going to continuously engage the players at all costs. More engagement means more spending. And if you're that guy, we'd all like to say thanks for spending billions of dollars of your money on Fortnite skins and turning video games into the hellish landscape that it is today. Thanks.
Yeah, Fortnite did
We'd
change
all like
the
to
game.
thank you and find out who you are. Oh wait, we know. Streamers need content. Streamers content don't matter the trend that we change.
Look, this is my Fortnite!
I'm giving myself hiccups doing this.
That's so true.
It worked.
Anything to say about that? No, he's right. He's 100% right. 100% right. Because, okay, I'll tell you why he's right. The reason why he's right is because, especially for a lot of these creators that are making everyday content for a single game or for a certain time period, it gets tough to start your stream every day and play the same game every day and make the same content every day. And so when there's new stuff and there's new stuff to talk about and new things that are happening, that is like easy juice. Like that's awesome because it's exciting. There's new stuff to talk about. There's things that are changing. It's almost like, you know, news, right? Like it's as if there's just new news and it's like, hell yeah, there's new stuff to talk about. Otherwise you're just talking about the same stuff all day long. Or the harder part is then you have to talk about stuff that is not game related. And especially in streaming, when you're doing stuff, if you're centering it around the game that you're playing and you build a community around the game you're playing and you talk about the game you're playing, everybody's engaged. Everyone's all in. But like, let's say right now, I'm like, hey guys, let's talk about football, American football. Half you guys, just 3/4 of you guys just dropped out of the conversation. You're like, yep, I got nothing. I don't know anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't have a clue, right? Either it's like you have no idea, you've never heard about it, you don't care about it, you don't like sports, whatever it might be, right? Those types of things become a lot tougher to talk about and to have a community around and people to like engage in. But stuff like this, it's super easy and it's just like it's an endless treadmill that just like go. So he's right. He's 100% right.
New content. Streamers content don't matter the trend that we change.
Look, this is my Fortnite!
I'm giving myself hiccups doing this. And it worked.
So how do they make money?
A lot of games right now are free to download, but then if you want to get extra packs or access extra
no.
content, you have to pay for what they call in-app purchases or in-game
Oh
purchases.
God.
Which is insanely sad, but it worked.
So they get you hooked free, and then they start charging you once you're in there, and once you want to do better and advance within the game.
People bought it.
Basically.
Everything changed.
So this is why my son is asking me for my credit card when he's playing one of these games, because he wants those kinds of things.
The world changed.
This is a $1 billion super yacht.
Games changed.
I don't know how that made any sense, but...
And...
Wait, what are these apology tweets for? Redfall, I noticed. Jedi, Gollum, Cyberpunk, Battlefield, Halo Infinite. Oh, yep.
And to be fair, I guess we did too. So, is this the end?
Before he says anything, I think the answer is no. I think gaming's on like the precipice of a revolution. Unironically, I think a lot of people are gonna start moving away from the traditional FPS titles and start looking at either indie devs games or like really start going hard for like the super well-made single-player games, like your Elden Rings, right? I'm not a Souls game guy. I've never liked it. But I've seriously started to consider playing Elden Ring because of how much people said they love it, and it's getting a DLC soon. And it's like, I know when that game ends. Like, I know that game has a start and a finish, but if I picked up Fortnite tomorrow, I would just be on the endless treadmill like I am right now in Overwatch. 30 things, Prime. Appreciate it. And Toxic things 8 months.
8 months on my birthday.
Maybe I did change.
Flat hype.
Maybe the world changed. Maybe video games aren't actually fun anymore. Maybe it'll all get
I feel like we should go back and play Mass Effect at some point too. This game's a masterpiece.
better. I get older, but movies are still awesome, right? But maybe the real problem is...
But indie devs can't keep up with a big player base? Yes, but that's the thing. Giant studios that have the giant budgets create the treadmill so they can infinitely farm money. But at some point, people got to run out of stamina, and they're not going to want on that treadmill anymore. And it's like, you kind of are trading being able to like have this infinite money farm going for as long as you can keep it going, for in turn creating an extremely good product for a boxed price that hopefully is rewarded because more people will buy it. And so not only like, okay, so as an indie dev studio, right? If you try to create a Call of Duty shooter versus Call of Duty, you're probably going to lose, right? Because Call of Duty can outcompete you with how much content it puts out and how much updates it gets, right? Like they just have so much bigger team. They have a big brand name. They have so much things. They have years of base, right? But if you're not competing with them, you create a separate product that is much better quality, even if you can only play it for a bit. I think people really enjoy it. I think Palworld's a great example, actually. Palworld, people say Palworld's dead right now. Like, oh, Palworld's dead. Yeah, but like Palworld themselves, like their dev team came out and said, hey, this game's not even fully released yet. We don't give a f if you finish the game and leave. Like, we're going to release DLC and content. Come back and play the content later. And some people probably will, and some people probably won't. But that game made a f of money, and it was rewarded for being a good, fun game at the time. And I think that's a good thing.
I was just shining light on the wrong things. If you'd like to see me go into the future and fix video games forever, then I'm telling you, you need to watch this insane video that I made right here. Keep it cute.
Wait, what is that one?
You do not want
That was a pretty good end off. That was pretty good. There was some good points. I do think that part of it though is like people want to play competitive FPS games. They just crave that experience. It's just the experience isn't the same anymore.